It's a new year, and you know what that means. It's time to take a look at some of the biggest games hitting in 2011. Here, in no particular order, is a preview of some of the games that will be featured in GameSpot's most anticipated of 2011. Mass Effect 3. BioWare's sci-fi RPG continues in a third installment that sees Commander Shepard make his way to Earth, which has fallen under attack by the Reapers. Our first glimpse of the game has come in the form of a trailer that revealed a devastated London landscape, but we're excited to see what else Mass Effect 3 has in store. Mass Effect 3 is currently scheduled for release on Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC in Q4 2011. Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's been over 10 years since the last game, but Marvel and Capcom have finally teamed up once again to deliver Marvel vs. Capcom 3. This 3-on-3 fighting game features the same frenetic action of its predecessor, as well as a mixture of returning and new characters, like Devil May Cry's Dante and Marvel's master of one-liners, Deadpool. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is scheduled for release on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 on February 15th. Batman Arkham City. There's no question that the excellent Batman Arkham Asylum left us wanting more of Rocksteady's rendition of the Caped Crusader. And from the looks of it, this sequel will deliver. Batman Arkham City expands on the previous game in just about every way. Batman will have a larger arsenal of fancy gadgets and attacks for dispensing justice, as well as a much larger swath of land to do what he does best. Batman Arkham City is due out on the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC in Q3 2011. Mortal Kombat. After dabbling with other formulas, Mortal Kombat is returning to its roots in the latest installment. While fights take place on a 2D plane, the game still features detailed 3D interpretations of classic MK fighters and environments. And of course, what would any Mortal Kombat game be without over-the-top brutality and ever-popular fatalities? Mortal Kombat is scheduled for release on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 in Q2 2011. Gears of War 3. Get those chainsaws ready. Marcus, Dom, and other members of Delta are back for more in Gears of War 3. After the destruction of Jacinto in Gears of War 2, Delta Squad finds itself on the island of Vectis, where they continue to fight the Locust as well as the infected Lambent. Gears of War 3 will feature an assortment of new weapons as well as new multiplayer options, including a 4-player cooperative mode. Gears of War 3 is scheduled for release on the Xbox 360 in late 2011. Infamous 2. The electrifying Cole McGrath has a new playground in this follow-up to the original Infamous. Inspired by the city of New Orleans, New Mirai will feature all new enemies for Cole to fight, including members of the militia attempting to maintain control, as well as the Corrupted, a group of mutants created by the powerful Ray Sphere device. Infamous 2 is scheduled for release sometime in 2011. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. It's hard not to get excited anytime a new Zelda game is in development, and Skyward Sword is no exception. The latest in the long-running adventure series features a distinct art style and full Wii Motion Plus support, giving you full control over Link's sword attack and other abilities. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is scheduled for release on the Nintendo Wii later this year. The Last Guardian. Given the development team's previous work with Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, Team Ico's The Last Guardian has us excited. The Last Guardian seems to blend elements of Team Ico's two previous efforts, as a young boy must maneuver his way through a landscape with the help of a large beast who will give aid along the way. The Last Guardian is due out on the PlayStation 3 in Q4 2011. Uncharted 3: Drake's Deception. We've seen him in the jungle, we've seen him in the snow. Now it's time for Nathan Drake to venture into the vastness of the desert in Uncharted 3: Drake's Deception. Expect more details on the relationship between Drake and mentor Sully, as well as more of the intense action set pieces that the series is known for. Uncharted 3: Drake's Deception is scheduled for release on the PlayStation 3 on November 1st, 2011. Star Wars: The Old Republic. A massively multiplayer online RPG set in the same universe as the Knights of the Old Republic, and it's developed by BioWare? What's not to like? In addition to Jedi, the Old Republic offers a number of character classes ranging from Jedi and Smuggler to Sith Warrior and Bounty Hunter. To top it all off, the game will also feature space combat for those who choose to venture out into the stars. Star Wars: The Old Republic is scheduled for release on the PC later this year. check back next month for the full feature list of GameSpot's most anticipated games of 2011.